This stone block takes exactly 1 second to break with a diamond pickaxe. But what about this massive statue made out of 1,000 blocks of stone? If I wanted to destroy the entire thing, it would take 1,000 seconds. But I'm going to remove it in the blink of an eye.
That's actually really smart.
Well, I really hope he's right, because 1 week ago, I found that every structure I had ever built had been completely removed. And knowing this won't stop until I do something, I decided that I'm going to give my enemies a taste of their own medicine and destroy their incredible builds in milliseconds, all in front of their own eyes.
Welcome to Slots SMP Season 2. Let's go.
Long story short, if I wanted to make any builds vanish, I would need to get started immediately. And because this trick involves an ender pearl stasis chamber, I would need to obtain soul sand and an ender pearl as soon as possible, which means right now my only goal is to get to the nether. Except if any player finds out what I'm doing, my entire plan could just be ruined right here. Main pair!
Let's go, Willie!
Because of the slowly expanding world border, I ran into a few other players by a village, and knowing it would be impossible to perform any of these stunts alone, I decided that we should form a team. We should name our team the Provokers. And so our 5-player team was made, but I decided not to tell any of them about my plan quite yet. So as the entire server collected resources, so did I. Aiming to get a few iron so I can create a bucket and a flame of steel, which means all I have to do is find a lava pool and build a portal with my bucket. But while I was so focused on getting to the nether, I forgot about one of the key aspects of Minecraft servers. I see them. I'm there. A group of enemy players found a village and started attacking my teammates. I knew I couldn't just let them die, so I had to temporarily put my plan on pause.
Wait, did you say it was spawn?
Got one.
Hey, I'm nice. Oh shit. Nice. Fucking shit, bro. They hit.
Wait.
Don't kill anybody.
Yo, do you want a boam?
Do not die, bro.
I don't know.
Yes, okay.
Calm down.
I see you guys.
I haven't got
Got
fire.
him. Leave. Actually, I'm leaving. Watch out.
I see X.
Even though I died, my teammates were able to kill enough players to get me back my gear. And now that the server no longer wanted to mess with us, I could finally go to the nether in peace. Well, that is until someone finds my nether portal. And as I'm the first one in the nether, there's a very high chance of that. So all I had to do is get soul sand and ender pearl and get out. Where am I? So I just need to find a soul sand valley and an enderman and need to do this pretty fast if I want to start this project soon. Now, normally fighting on servers is quite common, but as you probably saw from earlier, I was killing players that didn't even have any gear. There's actually a very good reason behind that. You might have noticed these barriers in my inventory, and on the Slots SMP, every single player starts with half their inventory covered in these barriers, and it's impossible to remove them. And the only way we can actually get them back is by killing other players, basically just stealing their inventory. And if I want to have enough power to remove these builds, I definitely can't do it without an inventory. Oh, soul sand. I've been in the nether for too long. Get this and get out. Eventually, our entire team regrouped back at the village where we could start collecting more resources. And since this was the only village inside of the world border at the time, we were the only team on the entire server to have access to villagers, which was really good because now we could start getting food and arrows. Because again, the world border is really tiny. There are barely any animals around to get food, so players started to starve. Lucky for us, we had the villagers to give us food. But if we start trading sticks to a fletcher, we can just buy food from a farmer. Since fletchers also sell arrows and bows, we had a new strategy to start taking out any players that were in our way. Now I can start my plan to remove the first structure. A pillager outpost. I know I keep mentioning the world border, but with it only being this big, there's only 2 major structures in the world, the village and the outpost. Now, since on the first day of the server, you're only allowed a certain inventory of items, I wouldn't have the materials to remove the entire village, so I had to go with the outpost, which is probably a better idea since we're literally using the village as our base. But I haven't actually mentioned how I'm gonna remove these structures. But that's the thing, I'm not. The first step is getting a mod called Lightmatica. This mod allows me to get 100% accurate schematic to the pillager outpost and its surroundings. You see, in under a millisecond, it is impossible to remove a structure in survival mode unless you use explosives, but then it just makes it obvious what happened, and I want to keep this a mystery. So instead, I'm not even going to remove the build at all. After I get my schematic, I'm going to go to a separate place in the world that looks very similar to where the outpost is, and I'm going to rebuild the surroundings. Except I'm not going to have the outpost in the second vacant area, just the bottom base of it. Now, if I could technically teleport a player from the outpost location to the one with the destroyed outpost, it would look like the structure had just been removed in the blink of an eye. This is where the ender pearl and soul sand come in. If I somehow manage to get my enemy to throw an ender pearl into a soul sand chamber, then once I'm at the real outpost with them, I could have one of my teammates activate the ender pearl, which would teleport them hundreds of blocks away to the other location with the destroyed outpost, creating the illusion that I just removed the structure in milliseconds. But before I start building the decoy outpost, I thought you guys should know that you could claim an OG ticket. Yes, I know every single video says this, but if you scroll down and subscribe right now, you can claim your OG ticket being here before 100,000 subscribers. It's super quick, just scroll down with the click of a button, and then you'll be an OG of the channel. And trust me, I wouldn't want to forget about it later and claim it right now, so hurry before it's too late. Anyways, of course, this would be really hard to make work, since the player could just get suspicious of the surroundings, seeing that it's not the exact same. Because let's be honest, I'm not able to move mountains with iron tools. So I got to work. After getting the schematic, I found a similar mountain, started rebuilding the outposts, well, the surroundings of it. But I started to get worried when some other players started logging on. Since this second location is very close to spawn, these players might be able to see what I'm doing, and if they're the ones that I so happen want to trap, then it wouldn't work. And with this in mind, I started building as fast as I possibly could, and after mining dirt and placing dirt for a long time, I finally had the decoy outpost done. But to make sure no one gets suspicious, I'm just gonna cover up the bottom of the outpost, so it just looks like a normal hill. But next would probably be the hardest part of this all. I needed to get someone to throw an ender pearl into a stasis chamber, and the worst part, I needed to be my enemy. And to get past this, I thought of the most complex scheme ever imaginable: lying. You see, no one on the server, not even my team, knows about this yet, so I could lie and tell them that I'm making a different video, and this video would be testing out player skills. One of those skills would be parkour. So if I build an obstacle course at the top of this mountain, I can convince players to throw their ender pearl in the stasis chamber, so that if they fall, I can save them and they won't take any fall damage. I even started telling some other players about this so the idea would seem real, and after constructing the stasis chamber, testing it myself, nothing seemed to go wrong. But the thing is, building this entire thing took the rest of the day. And even though I wanted to do it on the first day, I just couldn't. But remember what I said about only having a certain inventory on the first day? Well, now that it's day 2, after I teleport my enemies to create the illusion, I will need to kill them, and since other players will have diamond armor while I'm in iron, that will not work. So me and my team went off to make a base in order to get more materials so we could get stacked up quick. And as the world border had expanded overnight quite a bit, we started going to the edge of it. But there's something I forgot to mention. There was another team on the server who had a bunch of materials that we didn't have, since they found my portal and went to the Nether to get golden apples, which makes them a lot stronger than any other team on the server. And because of this, they were able to kill multiple players, gaining tons of inventory slots, not just making them even more powerful. And guess what? We so happened to run into them while they were exiting the Nether at the corner of the world border. Even though they had more items than us, we did outnumber them, and there's no way they could escape, so we could try and attack them, but if we lose, I will lose everything and it will take even longer to destroy builds. But if I kill them now, then I won't even have to make a base, and I could do it today. And that is a risk that I am willing to take. The negative corner, they're boating.
They're in a boat, going through the river. They're cornered by the barrier though. They're cornered by the border.
Main Pierce there, go down.
Oh. Yo, come through, bro.
Power 2.
I'm trying to rush over.
Yes!
Right.
Let's go! Oh, he has so much gold!
There's 2 of them up there.
Huge gap. Oh, let me starting. He has a sharp 5x. Yeah. He bad bombs. Bro, what?
Wait, what?
Are they still there?
Yes, they are still there.
Are they fighting? But what are they doing?
They're getting me.
Alright, go through, keys. Alright, you go.
Let's just do this, bro. Go big or go home.
You better avenge me.
This kid's
Wait, we're coming through. Bro, no way, they got away.
We're about to come back through. Let's just go to the base.
Let me grab this pot.
Fortunately, one of the players had gotten away, but as you saw earlier, I'd actually killed one of them, Slord Fighter, and he had dropped a lot of gold blocks. Because of this, I was able to craft a bunch of golden apples and get myself a full set of diamond armor. Now I was ready to remove the pillager outpost in 0.1 second, but before I do that, I actually have to tell my teammate how to do this. And I better explain it really well, because if I don't, then this will not work, and yeah, I'll just embarrass myself in front of my enemies, which I do not want. Wait, have you watched the Team Koala video? So, when I tell you, you're gonna destroy this entire stasis chamber, except for the ender pearl, obviously.
How's the pearl gonna be still there if I destroy the chamber?
You just destroy, it's gonna be at the bottom of the chamber.
So if I destroy everything, it's still gonna, so I destroy all the stolen wood, and that's it.
Yeah, except this stone right here, this stone. And then you need to destroy this little, this one, layer.
Okay.
Alright, bro. I'm just in the middle of the Nether, bro. Alright, bro. What's this? What's the video kind of about?
I need to find like who the best player is on the server, and then I'm gonna try and kill them.
Alright, bro.
I see you.
You're
I don't care. I have a trim and you don't.
gold on diamond does not look good, bro. Okay, Wilson, what am I supposed to do here?
Alright, so you know what this is?
A bubble elevator.
Yeah. So obviously, if you fall, then you might die. So just put an ender pearl in there.
Okay. Alright, so
Out.
So are you timing me or what?
Will that work? Hold on, let me test.
Oh, it definitely worked.
But this obstacle course isn't really normal. Basically, you have to go up it, and then on your way down, you have to destroy it. All right, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Bad momentum. Why'd I stop?
I felt that. But,
Yo, this does not seem efficient for like the next guy that comes here, bro.
I just hit your pearl and it didn't work.
What? Okay, good thing I didn't fall, huh?
Okay. Just come back. You're at like 30 seconds.
That pearl was really clean.
I'm not gonna tell you if that was better than main pairs.
Alright, I got it. Okay.
Alright.
My bad.
Next. You probably didn't see, but for some reason, Psyker knew that his ender pearl was much lower in the second part of the stasis chamber, and he just activated it. But he didn't even say anything. Did he know it was part of the trap, or did he just somehow find it? But the obstacle course is already destroyed, so I can't just pretend I wasn't recording or something and make him do it again. Did I just fail right here? Did Psyker secretly know about the trap somehow? Did I take too long to build it? I don't know, but what I do know is lying got me into this mess, and it can also get me out. You see, I could actually make Psyker do a completely different challenge that I didn't even plan of. For example, a race. Once again, I can use the ender pearl to teleport him back, and this time I just have to pray that he won't notice it's gone, that my decoy pearl will actually work. So with a very little chance of saving this mission, I did what had to be done. No, we have one at the pillager outpost.
Wait, there's another one?
Yes. No, there's something at the outpost, but I want to do a race test too.
Okay, you can do that.
I think the outpost is good. So
Both of us race too?
no, you race and I'll time you. Put a pearl in here. So I could TP you back. You don't have to run back.
Okay.
Okay. He said yes, and I don't think he's suspicious. So
Okay. That was you.
that was not me. That was not me.
I ran out of pearls, bro. Can you give me like a stack?
Don't use them to get to the outpost though.
Okay. Yo, bro, I swear, bro.
You're being timed to get to the outpost in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is
Yo.
This is soothing, bro. Alright, bro. Alright. I had another mode of transportation. I got chorus fruit. Let's work. Oh, W. And that is time. Okay, Wilson.
Okay, bruh. This was perfect. Psycho was at the outpost right where I wanted him. My teammate main pair was ready to log on at any moment now, and the ender pearl was secured in the stasis chamber. Now all I had to do was tell main pair to log on while I go to the outpost and stall for a little. And then when the moment is ready, I'll put him behind a little wall, tell main pair to activate the pearl, and Psycho will be amazed as I remove the pillager outpost in milliseconds. Hopefully.
Okay. Main porch
This
on
is
the game,
Mandy.
bro. Can your friend main pair like not be doing this? That's kind of cringe.
Where are you?
I'm right here, bro. Oh my god, I thought you were main pair,
Alright.
bro.
Now we're gonna race to the bottom of the world.
What? Bro, what?
Bottom of the world and up. There's a cave here that leads to the bottom of the world, but I put a trap in it. Go.
1. Okay.
Just as I thought I was actually gonna pull this off and kill Psyker, something terrible happened. My teammate main pair messaged me that the pearl wasn't there. Had Psyker logged in and out and I just didn't notice? Maybe it was the chorus fruit that he ate. Maybe some weird glitch happened with the server and I just got super unlucky. But now I knew that this mission was truly over. There's no way I could get a third ender pearl in the stasis chamber. So I did the only thing I could and messaged main pair to come over to the outpost. And hopefully he can make it here before Psyker comes back up. And then just as I reveal the final challenge for Psyker, we would have to kill him.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna get back up faster. I was only a few seconds behind, you know. I just got to the surface.
There.
Oh, I was only a few blocks away from my actual hole.
Okay, there's one more thing, bruh. So now this one is fully IQ. So I need, look, there's no trap, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna get
Stand here.
Yeah.
Like, even if you want, you could put something above. I am going to make this pillager outpost completely disappear.
Yo, what?
Okay. I actually hope this works.
Okay.
So you gotta shake your mouse so violently.
Okay.
Okay. And as you can see, the outpost is gone.
Bro. Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The original trap didn't work, so plan B.
This guy is the best Minecraft player. Oh, where am I, bro? This fight's gonna last 2 seconds. I have no caps. Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay, bruh. Well, GG.
Alright, bro.
You survived the trap, but you did not survive the ambush. Although we still got the kill, we did not manage to pull off the trap. But the question begged, why? Why didn't it work? After checking back through the replay mod footage, I found that the ender pearl was actually in the chamber. It was just invisible on main pair's screen. So in order to prevent this, main pair has to log on before Psyker throws the pearl. I don't know why this exists, but it does. But this was actually a huge discovery, because now it meant that I didn't even do anything wrong. So we tested it one more time on a separate server and it worked. And now we could immediately get started at the next build we're going to remove. But because of all the players that we have been killing on the server so far, none of our enemies had something to say to us. But this speech is going to change the server forever.
Alright, so what do you need, bro?
Okay, so basically, you guys are going around killing everyone, right?
Maybe.
And I'm guessing your goal is to I don't even know what your goal is. Like, get the most slots on the server. Who knows, right? But the thing is, what you don't understand is you're turning the entire server against you. And at some point, the entire server is gonna gang up on you guys. More bodies is more powerful than you guys will ever be.
After that, we thought about what Slord said. Maybe we were killing too many people. I mean, sure, we needed the slots, but we really didn't need that many. So for the rest of that day, we decided not to kill anyone. We just stood at our base waiting, getting materials in case something happened. Maybe Slord was right. Maybe we should just stop killing people and no one would try and kill us. But even though we agreed not to kill anyone, I still had to follow through with my plan of destroying structures and using it to kill the players who destroyed my builds. But this time I couldn't just remove a pillager outpost. No, that was too small. Instead, I wanted to remove my enemy's base. So then our team ventured out looking for our enemy's base, since they would not be happy to give the coordinates to us because of the killing we have done in the past. But it wouldn't hurt to ask them again. So we did, and they said no. They thought we were there to kill them, but we were there to do something much different. And so the search began, looking for any base to remove, as long as it was one of my enemies. And then eventually, one of my teammates said this.
Yo, I found a base, I found a base.
Where? Oh shoot, I think I found it too. I see it. Crouch, name tag. Name tag. Even though we saw our enemies' name tags, we decided to still sneak into the base. After all, we could just use our invisibility to escape. And there's something else in this base that could be really beneficial to us. Since our base was built too close to a village, we couldn't get any more villagers. So if we managed to somehow sneak 2 of their villagers into our base, then we can have an infinite supply of villagers. But then when my teammate turned a corner, we saw a player in half diamond armor who wasn't even trying to attack us or run away. This was a public base and we hadn't realized it, meaning we could just walk into the entrance and no one would try to stop us. After making this discovery, we decided to use this to our advantage and get even more materials. But I still wanted to steal a villager from the base as they had really good trades. So I made a plan. I would have my teammate distract the players who owned the base, and then I would go under and make a secret tunnel to the ocean. From there, I could use a boat to take the villagers to my base. But to make sure that they didn't see my name tag, I would have to use invisibility, which means I have no more than 8 minutes to do this. And if I fail, you'll have to search for a new village thousands of blocks away.
I know they're raging right now, bro. I know
They're mad, bro.
Should we actually just take over every base?
No.
How is Borg gonna get us? Do it again. No, stop. Alright, come here. Test it on you.
I had successfully brought their overpowered villager to my base, and now I could use it without them knowing. Well, that is until they check where the villager was. After that, we went back to the public base. Maybe there'd be a chance that we could steal another villager, but instead, we were met with a player named Whatmax who had just logged in next to the base. But this player had no idea whose base this was, so we tricked him by telling him it was our base. And because of that, he was trespassing and that we would have to kill him. Now, even though we said we would stop killing players, this is the only person who's ever killed me on the server, which means I have a very good reason to kill him and take his slot. So after agreeing with my team when to attack, we splashed our potions.
Recess, real.
Dude, it's pot me, bro.
That sounds funny. Typer. The Olympic typer. Wait, where'd the pro go?
This way, bro. On the west side, I lost him, bro.
He's in the water.
He's lost. He's actually lost.
Where?
We're fighting.
Where?
Like back at the base. There he is. He's fighting.
Where?
Course.
Himself?
Negative 900, 600.
Oh, I see you guys.
Oh my god, no cooldown, man. Infinite girls with no cooldown. Alright, guys, fight your.
Unfortunately, I had not got my revenge because the player had escaped. On the bright side, I could literally remove this base. Well, of course, using the trick. So that's exactly what I planned to do. For my next victim, I started scanning this base and rebuilding it in an overworld. And hopefully this time it would work. All of this wouldn't go to waste. And so I started searching the entire world for a perfect place. An area surrounded by mountains with a lake on the side, and it had to be a plains biome. And after about an hour of searching, I finally found an area, except it needed some reworking. So I took a schematic of the terrain around the base and started removing all the structures placed by players. Finally, I had an area that looked very natural, and so I started mining dirt and placing dirt to recreate this area in the second location. And even though it took a very long time, it was definitely worth it, as if you were to compare the two areas, they would look almost identical. Almost. There is still a small chance that my enemy would realize what's happened. If I spend too long turning the terrain to be absolutely perfect, then someone would find out about my plan. So I went with what I had. And similar to last time, I'm gonna use an ender pearl stasis chamber to teleport my enemy over. This time, I'm gonna make a small course where he has to get through by breaking blocks. And he has to use different types of tools to break different types of materials. This should stall him long enough, hopefully, for me to secure his ender pearl. And then while I take him all the way back to the original base, my teammate would start removing the area, and on my signal, he would activate the ender pearls, teleporting us to the base. And so, after showing my teammate exactly what to do so it wouldn't mess up, I took one last quick look around the world. It wasn't identical, but it was similar enough so that he wouldn't notice. And hopefully this time, I would show my enemy how I can remove structures in under 1 second. I brought you here because you need to complete this obstacle course. And basically, so first throw an ender pearl down there. After Elemental threw his ender pearl into the stasis chamber, I managed to secure it while he was off doing the course. But then I got a message. My teammate was unable to remove the trap. In time at least, he could come back in exactly 20 minutes. So until then, I needed to stall and remove it myself. Thinking quickly, I decided to make Elemental Man bring an oak log to the bottom of the world. This would give me enough time to remove the entire thing, hopefully. From then on, I could just stall by walking, talking, and doing other challenges with him until my teammate was able to log on and use the ender pearl. So I challenged him to go to the bottom of the world and started removing the evidence, which didn't take that long since I had an efficiency 5 shovel. Finally, the ender pearl was ready to go, so I started stalling with Elemental. I even foreshadowed to him what's gonna happen by reminding him of what he did last season. Finally, we got to the base, but I still needed to wait a little bit longer, so we just walked around for a bit. Finally, it was time, so I told Elemental the final challenge was to spot the difference. Little did he know, it would be very easy since I removed the entire structure. Alright, start shaking your mouse like crazy, Elemental. I'm gonna remove one of the things and you gotta spot what.
Oh, I got stuck on a block. That was so dumb. I thought it was like a trap. Here, let me see. What did you remove?
I removed Elemental.
You probably got rid of like the crops.
The crops? Anything else?
No. Did you? Oh!
You get it.
I know you did. I'm so dumb. I'm like, how did I realize I put a stasis chamber?
You realize, bro.
That's actually really smart, Wilson.
Alright, elemental, go back. I'm gonna put it back. This is the second part of it.
How?
I'm gonna put it back.
I didn't throw a pearl.
I'm gonna put it back.
There's no way. What? Oh shit. I'm gonna go away.
How did you survive?
I'm just gonna like not go near that.
Elemental, bro.
Are you about to kill me? What if I out PvP you?
You're gonna out PvP me.
I'm gonna out PvP you. I have my tools in all the wrong slots and I'm gonna out PvP you. Oh shoot, maybe not.
Yo.
That was really smart. That was really good.
Thank you, but you died, so I won. Finally, the trap had actually worked. Okay, maybe the trap didn't work, but I had convinced my enemy that I had done something that's not possible, which was the goal. Once I told him how I did it, he told me that he respected it. And even though I still killed him, that was all I needed. With this victory, I went back to spawn. Looking back on the pillager outpost, seeing how small it was, and how I scaled all the way up to a base. But I knew for the final thing, it had to be something really, really big. It had to be the entire world. But no amount of terraforming would be able to do that. So I would have to convince my enemy I teleported them somewhere where there is nothing. The void. So I went to the Nether looking for the end Nether portal. That didn't make a lot of sense. The Nether portal that leads to the stronghold. But on my way, I encountered one of the players who had been removing my builds in the last season. Apparently, I had just killed one of his teammates, and he was not happy about it. And I knew this was either gonna lead to me unable to finish my final goal, or a very small chance that I would make it out alive. Luckily, I was able to build a nether portal in the lava, but unfortunately, most of my armor was almost broken, meaning I would have to find an area to heal my armor back, because I knew for sure that these players were still looking for me. But on the bright side, I found a player who I can trap next. Dabbycat. He was using instant damage 2 arrows, which deal tons of damage in a short amount of time if you quickfire them. But there's one thing that I forgot. They could build a nether portal too. I had escaped using the trap that I had built at the start of the server. Now I had to kill Dabbycat, and I had to do it quick, because if anyone on the server were to find out, they would tell him, and my plan wouldn't work, ruining this forever. So I went back to my base. Luckily, my teammate had built it up to be a really efficient base, and I collected materials for hours on end. No matter what Dabbycat had, I would beat him. I collected different types of tipped arrows, stacks of golden apples, and even a backup set of armor for the small event that my trap wouldn't work. But what is the trap? Basically, the plan is to lure Dabbycat to the end. The goal is to get him to log out near the void. This way, I can start building a base around him, and when he logs back on, he will think he's in the overworld. And from there, I could just blow the entire base up while I get to safety. And if that doesn't work, I should surely win the fight, since the end portal will be blocked off. And so I knew this was the final fight. If it didn't work here, it would never work. And who knows, maybe my builds will still be destroyed. If I didn't give him my all right here, then I would lose. Everything I've done in the video so far would have been for nothing, which is why I can't lose. There's like 8. Okay, so down here, you have to fill that entire area with chorus fruit. Pop
the cobblestone,
the plant. Yeah, the little box. And you gotta shoot those big ones at the top to get it.
Yeah.
And then you need arrows.
Okay, I need arrows.
Oh, it's already growing. Go.
Wait, Or does it not count if it's like, if they grow?
If it grows too much, it'll break. Boom. Okay.
Am I done?
Yeah. It'd be kind of sad if you didn't win and you died.
Yeah, it's true. If I like died and didn't complete it. If I died to the chorus route. And I can go back to the end and I won't die.
Dabby Cat left. I couldn't trap him anymore, but that's okay. Because the whole time, maybe I was looking to trap the one who started it all. In season 1, he was my teammate, someone I thought I could trust. Till he started this all by simply destroying our base. Where is it? Here. Is this your base, bro?
Yeah. Nope.
I missed my chance. I could have blew up the bed and launched him into the void, making it as if I destroyed the entire world in under 1 second. But maybe I didn't want to do it anyway. You see, when he destroyed my base, that was an entire season ago, and I had already killed him and got my revenge. I didn't need it again. All the players destroyed my builds. It was last season. It was over. After all, it was a war. We were fighting each other. Now it's time to start fresh. No more war, no more killing, no more destroying each other's builds. If I do it one more time to another player, it'll just start the war all over again, and my builds will keep getting destroyed. So the only way that I could end all of this is to remove the entire world.
Bro, what is this?
2, 1.
No way. No way, bro. What?
You know, I thought I'd be mad that I just put myself in the void. You know, a lot of work went into this, and I think it's what I should have done. So, to everyone I tried to trap and it didn't work, that was probably my fault. And to Elemental, who actually got trapped, you suck at the game. And if you enjoyed this video, then you're gonna love the one on screen right now, where I managed to steal other players' levels and turn them into hearts. And at the end, I battled the strongest player on the server. Subscribe to claim your OG ticket.